students, we shall continue with profit and loss. This is the fourth video for standard 8. First we go through the important formulas before solving exercise 7b. Now the formula here to find selling price and cost price. Selling price when cost price and gain or loss percents are given. Now to find selling price here when cost price and gain percent is given, the formula is selling price is equal to 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into cost price, and when cost price and loss percents are given, that time selling price is equal to 100 minus loss percent divided by 100 into cost price. Now to find cost price when selling price and gain or loss percents are given. Now the formula for cost price when selling price and gain percent is given, cost price is equal to 100 divided by 100 plus gain percent into selling price, and when selling price and loss are given, cost price is given by 100 divided by 100 minus loss percent into selling price. We continue with, we start with exercise 7b, sub-question 1, find the selling price when cost price is equal to rupees 7640 and gain is equal to 15%. Now to find the selling price when cost price and gain percent is given, the formula is selling price is equal to 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into cost price, right? So here we have 100 plus gain percent, that is 15, divided by 100 into the cost price, that is 7640. Now this comes to 115 divided by 100 into 7640. Now we can cancel out over here, right? So 0 0 we can cancel, then this will go with 5. So this is 5 2s are 5 2s are 10 and 3s are 2 1s are 2 3s are 6, 2 8s are and 2 2s are. So we get here 23 into 382. So we have 382 multiplied by 23. So 3 2s are 6, 3 8s are 24, carry 2, 3 3s are 9, 10, 11, plus 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16, carry 1, 3 2s are 6 and 1, 7. So I get the answer here 6, 8, 7, 8, right? So we get it as rupees 8786. So this is our selling price. Now moving on to the second sum over here. Now in this sub question 1, I'm doing the first and the second sum. The third and the fourth sum you can try out for homework. Now here also the cost price is given and the loss percent is given, right? Here gain was given, here loss percent is given, and we are told to find the selling price. So again selling price is equal to 100 minus loss percent divided by 100 into cost price. So we get it as 100 minus 12 divided by 100 into cost price, that is 4850. So we get it as 88 divided by 100 into 4850. So I'll cancel 10 10 here, right? Now we can cancel out with 2 here. So 2 5s are, 2 4s are, again 4s are, again this can be cancelled out with 5, 5 1s are, 5 9s are 45 and 5 7s are, right? So multiply 44 into 97. So we get it as 97 multiplied by 44. 4 7s are is 28, carry 2. 4 9s are is 36, 37, 38, plus 4 7s are again 28, carry 2. 4 9s are is again 36, 37, 38, So we get it as 8, 8, 8, 16, carry 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, 2, carry 1, 4. So here I get it as rupees 4,268. So this is the selling price. Now we move on to sub question number 2, exercise 7b. Here now the first sum, we have to find the cost price here when the selling price and the gain percent is given. Now so far we have found out the selling price. Now here we find out the cost price. So cost price is given by the formula, which is 100 divided by 100 plus gain percent into selling price. So we have here 100 divided by 100 plus gain percent is 15, okay, into selling price, that is 207. Now when we add this, we get 100 divided by 115 into 207. So I can cancel this out with 5. So 5 2s are 10. Okay, 1, that is 3s are 5 2s are 0s are. Now 23 1s are 23 9s are. So we get it as 20 into 9, which is equal to 180. So here the cost price is rupees 180. Moving on to the second sum. Now in sub question 2 I have done the first sum. I am doing the second one. Third and fourth you can do it for homework. Now here the selling price is given and the lost percent is given. We have to find the cost price. So cost price is equal to 100 divided by 100 minus loss percent into the selling price. So here we get it as 100. Okay. Now 100 minus 17 into the selling price. Okay. So here we get it as 100 divided by, so 3, we get it as 83 into selling price, that is 448.20. Right? Now let us solve it further. Now if I remove this decimal point over here, I can get it as 100 divided by 83 into 44820 divided by 100. So I can cancel out this. Now 44820 divided by 83, that will give you, so I have here 44820 divided by 83. Now if I take 83 5s are, so 83 into 5, that will give you 5 3s are 15, carry 1, 5 8s are 40 and 41, so 415. Okay, 0. So here 8 minus 5, that gives you 3, 4 minus 1, that will give you 3. Then I get this 2 down over here. This was 5s are. Then 83, if I take it with 4, 4 3s are 12, carry 1, 4 8s are is 32 and 1 33. So I get it as 4s are 3 3 2, negative sign, this is 0. This 0 I can take it here, right? So it is 540. So we get 44820 divided by 83, which gives you rupees 540. So we got the cost price as 540. Okay, now we proceed with the third sum over here. Third one I will do. Fourth sum is similar to the third one that you can try out for homework. Now in this third sum, A sells a bicycle to B. Okay, so A sells a bicycle to B at a profit of 20%. So A sells to B at a profit of 20% and B sells it to C at a profit of 5%. Okay, then it is been sold by B to C at a profit of 5%. If C pays rupees 3780, what did A pay for it? Now what they have said, if C pays rupees 3780, if C has paid this much amount, so that becomes the selling price of B. Okay, so selling price of B which is equal to rupees 3780, and the gain percent is 5%, right? Gain percent is 5% here. Now lastly we have to find what A has paid for it. What A has paid for it. So now here when we have the selling price and the gain percent, we find the cost price of B, right? So now cost price is equal to, by the formula, 100 divided by 100 plus gain percent, right, into selling price. So which is 100 divided by 100 plus 5 into selling price, that is 3780. So I get it as 100 divided by 105 into 3780. So let me cancel out this first. So 5 2s are 1s are, 5 2s are 0s are. Now here this will go again with 7, right? So 7 3s are, 7 5s are, 7 4s are, 0s are. Again 3 1s are, 3 1s are, 3 8s are, 0s are. So we get it as 20 into 180, which is equal to rupees 3600. Now we have got the cost price of B, right? So cost price of B is 3600, which becomes the selling price of A, right? So now we have the selling price of A, which is equal to rupees 3600, and the profit percentage over here is gain is 20%. So if gain is equal to 20%, now again we can find the cost price, right? So cost price is equal to 100 divided by 100 plus gain percent into selling price. So this is 100 upon 100 plus 20 into selling price, that is 3600. So I get it as 100 divided by 120 into 3600. So 00 gets cancelled. 12 1s are, 12 3s are, 0s are, which is equal to rupees 3000. So therefore A pays rupees 3000 for it. We continue with sum number 5. A grocer purchased 80 kg of rice at rupees 27 per kg and mixed it with 120 kg of rice purchased at rupees 320 per kg, right? So he purchased total of 120 and 80, that is 200 kgs of rice, but 80 kgs of rice he purchased at rupees 27 per kg and 120 kg of rice he purchased at rupees 32 per kg. At what rate per kg should he sell the mixture to gain 16%? So here we have to find the selling price of the mixture, right? And after that we have to find the rate per kg. Now first we start with, we find the cost price of 80 kgs, okay, 80 kgs, which was purchased at, that is rupees 27 per kg. So which is equal to 80 into 27, right? So how much we get here? So it is 8 sevens is 56. So 6 carry 5. 8 twos are 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 2, 1, 6 and this 0 over here. Right? So we get it as 8 sevens are 56. 6 carry 5. 2s are 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we get it as 2160. Now again we find the cost price of 120 kg rice. Okay, which was purchased at 32 per kg. So cost price of 120 kg at rupees 32 per kg. So we get it as 120 into 32, which comes to, now here 32 into 12 we multiply. So 2 2s are 4. So 2 3s are 6 plus 1 2s are 2, 1 3s are 3. So 4, 8, 3 and 1 0 over here. So we get it as 3840. Done. Now this is the cost price for 80 kg, cost price for 120 kg. Now we have to find the cost price of the total mixture. Okay. So cost price of mixture, which is equal to rupees 2160 plus 3840. So this comes to rupees. So 2160. So 0 0 carry 1, 8 9 10 again 0 carry 1, so 6. So it comes to rupees 6000. Right. So we have the cost price. Cost price of the mixture is rupees 6000. And what I said about the mixture, that he sells the mixture at a gain of 16%. Right. So gain percent here is 16%. So now we can find the selling price here of the mixture. So selling price of mixture, which is equal to, we have 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into the cost price. So 100 plus 16 divided by 100 into cost price, that is 6000. Right. So this is 116 divided by 100 into 6000. So I'll cancel these zeros here, this also over here. Now we can multiply this. So we get 116 into 6. So we get it as 6 6 are 36, carry 3, 6 1s are 6, 7 8 9, 6 1s are 6. Okay, and we have one more 0 over here. So we get it as rupees 6960. Now this is the selling price of the mixture, total mixture. So they have asked us to find the rate per kg. Okay, so now the rate per kg of the mixture will be the amount, that is 6960 divided by the total kgs, that is 120 plus 80. So 120 plus 80, we get it as 6960 divided by 200. So this will get cancelled over here. Now we cancel this out. 2 1s are, zeros are, 2 3s are, 2 4s are, and 2 again 8. 6. So 4s are 8, 1 remains. So it is 8s are, right? So I get it as 348 divided by 10. So 1 decimal place. So I get it as 34.80 per kg. So this is the rate for per kg, that is rupees 34.80. Okay, so we move on to the sixth sum over here. Mrs. Harjit bought 2 bags for rupees 1150 each. Okay, so she purchased 2 bags for rupees 1150 each. Each cost 1150. She sold one of them at a gain of 6% and the other bag she sold at a loss of 2%. So how much did she gain? So we have to find out the gain over here. Now first what we do, we find the total cost price of both the bags, right? Now the cost price of one bag is rupees 1150. So the total cost price of 2 bags, which is equal to rupees 1150 plus 1150. So this comes to here 1150, 0, 0, carry 1. So this is 3, 2. Okay. So we get it as rupees 2300. So this is the total cost price we have got. Now we know that each bag cost price is 1150, right? So cost price of one bag, which is equal to rupees 1150. And what they have said about the first bag, she sold one of them at a gain of 6%. So it was sold at a gain of 6%. So gain is 6%. So we can find out the selling price now here, because we have the cost price and the gain percentage. So selling price of the first bag, which will be equal to 100 plus gain percent divided by 100 into the cost price. So we get it as 100 plus gain percent, that is 6%, divided by 100 into cost price, that is 1150, right? So now here we get 106 divided by 100 into 1150. Now we can cancel out over here. Okay, so I cancel out 0 and 0. Now here 5 2s are 5 2s are 3s are, then 2 1s are 2 5s are 2 3s are. Okay, so 2 5s are, and then we get here 3, so which is 53 into 23. So let us multiply this. So 53 into 23, we get it as 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15 plus 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. So I get it as 9, 5, 11 here, so 2, 1. So I get this as rupees 1219, right? So the selling price of the first bag is 1219, where there is a gain of 6%. Now again we know that the cost price of the second bag is also 1150, right? And the second bag was sold at a loss of 2%. So loss of 2%. So we can find the selling price over here. So selling price of the second bag will be equal to 100 minus 2%, right, divided by 100 into the cost price, that is 1150. So we get here 98 divided by 100 into 1150, right? So this I can cancel out. Now 5 2s are 5, 2s are 5, 3s are, again 2 1s are 2, 4s are 2, 9s are. So I get it as 49 into 23. So 49 into 23 will give you 3 9s are 27, carry 2, 3 4s are 12, 13, 14 plus 9 2s are 2 9s are is 18, carry 1, 4 2s are 8 and 1 9. So I get it as 7. This comes to 12 1. So 9 10 11. So it is 1 1 2 7. 3 9s are 27, carry 2, 3 4s are 12, 13 14 14 plus 2 9s are is 18, carry 1, 4 2s are 8 and 1 9. So 7 we get here, 12 carry 1, 9 10 11. So it comes to rupees 1127. Now we have the selling price of the first bag, selling price of the second bag. So the total, okay, total selling price, which is equal to rupees 1219 plus 1127. Okay, so we have 1219. So we get it as 16 6, carry 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 3 and this is 2. Now we got the total selling price as 2346. Now we are told to find the gain over here. So gain is what? Gain is equal to selling price minus the cost price. So we have the total selling price, that is 2346, minus the total cost price, that is 2300. So our gain here is rupees 46. Right? So what is the gain in the whole transaction? The gain is rupees 46. Now we move on to the seventh sum. Here in the seventh sum, a trader purchased a wall clock and a watch for a sum of rupees 5070. So he has purchased two items. Okay, so this becomes the cost price of both the items, that is 5070. Now he sold them, okay, by making a profit of 10% on the wall clock and 15% on the watch. So after selling, he made a profit of 10% on the wall clock and 15% on the watch. He earns a profit of rupees 669.50. So they have already given us the profit. How much is the profit? Now find the cost price of wall clock and that of the watch. So we have to find the cost price of wall clock and also of the watch. Now as per given, now first we have the total cost price. Okay, so total cost price is given as rupees 5070 and the profit, that is the gain, which is equal to rupees 669.50. So if the total cost price and the gain is given, now we know that gain is selling price minus the cost price. So now we have to find the, we have the gain, we have the cost price, we have to find the selling price. So selling price will be equal to gain minus the gain plus the cost price, because cost price will come this side. So gain is 669.50 plus the cost price, that is 5070. Okay, so when you add this, you get it as rupees 5739.50. So this is the total selling price. Now we don't know the cost price of both the items here, of the wall clock as well as of the watch, but we know the total cost price of both the items. So let the cost price of wall clock, I will write short form over here, that is WC, wall clock, be X, right? So if this is equal to X, then the cost price of watch, okay, watch will be equal to 5070 minus X. Now since we have the cost price for both the items, and what is told about the selling price, he sold the wall clock at a profit of 10%, right? So we have the cost price for the wall clock, okay, which is equal to X, and he sold it for a gain of 10%. So now we can find the selling price, right? So selling price will be equal to 100 plus gain percent, that is 10, divided by 100 into the cost price, that is X. So we get it as 110 X upon 100, right? Now in the second case over here, the selling price of the watch, cost price. So cost price of watch, which is equal to 5070 minus X, and it was sold at a gain of 15%. So gain in this case is 15%, right? So we can find the selling price again over here, which is equal to 100 plus 15 upon 100 into the cost price, that is 5070 minus X. So we get it as 115 divided by 100 into 5070 minus X. So this we can write it as 115 into 5070 divided by 100 minus 115x upon 100. So now I have got here the selling price for the wall clock and the selling price for the watch. Now what they have told us about the selling price. Now we have found out the total selling price for both the items, right? So the selling price of the wall clock and the selling price of the watch. So sum of both can be equated to the total selling price. So I take the selling prices here, 110x divided by 100 plus here, that is 115 into 5070 upon 100 minus 115x upon 100, which is equal to 5739.50. Okay, so instead of writing this 0.50, I will remove the decimal point and I will make this 100 over here. Done. Now what we do? Now 5070 into 115 is 5830. So now here what I do? First we can subtract this, right? So we get it as 110x minus 115. So that comes to minus 5x upon 100 plus, now this product is 583050 divided by 100, which is equal to 573950 divided by 100. So I get this term on the other side and this term this side, right? So I'll write this term first over here. So 583050 divided by 100 minus 573950 divided by 100, which is equal to 5x upon 100. So we can cancel out 100